guys, it's Charlotte, and today's video is going to be a what I eat in a day. I thought that I'd make a winter edition since where I'm from it gets really cold in the winter, so my diet changes a bit as well. I also want to let you guys know that all the recipes in this video are totally interchangeable with my vegan 1 month makeover, so you guys can substitute them into any recipe in the vegan 1 month makeover and you can follow it and it'll work great. Alright, so let's jump right into the video. For breakfast, I'm going to start by putting a half a cup of oats into my pot and cooking them. The water ratio I use is put in a full amount of the same amount of oats you're doing. So I'm going to put in half a cup of water and then half of the half a cup. So half of the amount of oats you're putting, I put in as well. And then I let that simmer for a while. Also going to add in about half a tablespoon of cacao powder. This makes it so chocolatey and good. While I'm letting the pot heat up on the stove, I'm going to chop up 1 date to put into the oatmeal mixture. This is seriously the best trick to make your oatmeal really sweet without having to add any artificial sugars. So now I'm just going to add the date in and stir it around until it's mixed really good. I seem to stir it around quite a bit, but that just really gets it mixed well. While my oatmeal is finishing cooking, I'm just going to go heat up some hot water for tea on the stove. Today I thought I'd use my mini teapot that I got for Christmas, and I'm going to put in my favorite tea, which is from a not sponsored tea company that's in my town that I actually just really love, called Teamate. You can actually get it online if you're Canadian, and my absolute favorite is the Manitoba strawberry because it has stevia in it. And it makes it taste so sweet when usually green tea isn't. I genuinely love their tea and I think everybody should know about it. Now you can see me add in another half a cup of water after the oats seem to have sucked up the other amount of water I put in earlier. I know that the water ratio seems kind of weird, but honestly guys, it gives me perfect oats every single time. I'm also going to get my lemon water ready, which I like to have every morning. And I don't have a mason jar anymore, it broke, so I just use this beer glass, I think. My teapot always rings at the same time that my oatmeal is ready, so first I'm just going to put the hot water into my little teapot. And finally, I'm going to serve my oatmeal into the bowl. It's kind of funny how everything kind of is ready around the same time. So I can have it all at once. However, the oatmeal is not yet ready to eat. I am going to add about a teaspoon of vegan chocolate chips onto the oatmeal. I always like to put them into a nice pattern so that each mouthful has a good amount of chocolate chips in each. Next, I'm going to put some fresh pomegranate seeds onto half of my oatmeal. On the other half, I'm going to put frozen raspberries. Yep, you can tell that red fruits are my favorite. And last but not least, I'm going to drizzle some of my favorite plant-based milk, which is cashew milk. I get the sweetened kind because it just tastes so good. Alright, so now that my tea has been steeped, I'm going to pour it in to my favorite teacup. So tell me you love me. So for my next mid-morning snack, I am going to cut off a piece of sweet potato. I make sure to get round sweet potatoes that are really wide so that it looks like toast, and then I just pop it into the toaster. And I usually flip it around twice so that it cooks evenly on both sides, and I have the heat really high so it cooks it properly. Once it is browned on both sides just slightly, I am going to put the avocado onto the toast. It should be slightly squishy so that you know it's cooked. This has been one of my favorite snacks recently. I just think it's so cool that you can completely substitute toast for sweet potato. Like, it's so healthy, and for all my gluten-free people out there, it's also gluten-free. Next, I'm just going to shake some chili flakes on there, and I'm also going to put some sea salt. Usually I use Himalayan pink salt, but we're all out, so sea salt is the next best thing. Then I just cut it up as I like to with my toast and enjoy. It is now lunchtime, and I'm going to start by baking 3 of these falafel balls. They're newly in the grocery stores and so good. While those are in the oven, I'm also going to just cook some rice in my Instant Pot. I did half rice and half quinoa. Usually I like to use brown rice, but we were all out, so I thought that I'd try quinoa this time. And I was getting kind of hungry while I was cooking, so we decided to make some air-popped popcorn. My mom actually made it and it was so good. While everything else is being cooked, I am going to chop up some mushrooms. And I'm going to throw them into a nonstick pan, put about a teaspoon of coconut sugar on them, put a little bit of water in there, and then I'm just going to caramelize them. This adds a lot of flavor and makes them taste better. My rice and quinoa is all done cooking, and it cooked pretty good this time. I put about half the rice into the bowl and put my cooked falafels on top. I also added a lot of raw kale. Sometimes I caramelize it as well. And then I put on the caramelized mushrooms and some of my dad's homemade sauerkraut. Taking daily probiotics and eating fermented foods has really helped me in my acne, so I definitely would recommend adding that to your diet if you haven't already. To top it off, I just put a little bit of leftover hummus I have into it, and I also drizzle some tahini on top, which I absolutely love. Yes, I know those are extra fats, but for me, I honestly don't enjoy the food unless it has a lot of flavor added to it. And these are all healthy, natural fats, remember. And now I'm going to have a ginger ale Zevia while I'm just browsing on my Tumblr and watching Pretty Little Liars, which has been my favorite show recently. Alrighty, so on to dinner time we go, and for dinner today I am going to make a chickpea potato curry. And I'm not going to give you guys the whole recipe here because it's going to be in my cookbook that I'm coming out with soon, but this is one of my favorite recipes from it. And that is basically what I eat in a day during the winter time. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video and found some recipes that you guys might want to try as well. If you guys enjoyed it, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and also turn on my YouTube notifications so you guys can know when I put up a new video every week. Okay guys, well, I'll see you next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!